G'day folks, in this video I'm going to show you a better way, a faster way to transfer your media from your GoPro to your smartphone or tablet using a memory card reader. So I thought at the same time it'd be good to compare two different brands. We're going to be using the Lexar Micro SD reader and the GoPro Quik Key. Both are similar, both look similar, but they function a little bit differently, and we'll go over all the pros and cons of each. Now these are the Lightning versions, and you can get these in USB-C and micro USB for other devices such as Android. There's not a lot of difference in price between the two. The Lexar retails for about $22. The GoPro Quik Key retails for about $29. The nice thing with the GoPro Quik Key is that it does come with this nice little silicone case that you can attach to a camera bag or a key ring or anything like that. And the card is just inside. So, you know, for the extra $8, you do get a nice little case for it. And these things are pretty small and can get lost very easily in a camera bag or misplaced. So now the way these readers work is when you plug them into your iOS device, it's going to launch the corresponding app. With the Lexar, it's going to launch the mobile manager. With the GoPro one, it'll launch the GoPro Quik app and allow us to import. If you're out filming and you just want to make a quick edit, but you have limited battery power, you don't want to waste your battery power transferring all your content to your phone, this way you can just pop the memory card in and away you go. So now we're going to start the demonstration using the Lexar media card reader, and we're just going to insert it in, just like so. And we're going to plug it into the bottom, into the lightning port. Right away, you notice that a message pops up, and that basically is just asking permission to allow the mobile manager to communicate with this external drive. So we're going to hit allow, and it's going to launch the main interface. From here, we have a couple different options. This is the internal storage, and this is the external storage, the card that we've just plugged in. So we're going to go to external storage. From here, we're just going to browse to the files, and as you can see, it just lists the structure tree on the memory card, similar to if you plugged it directly into a computer. So it's usually in the DCIM folder, and there you can see it has different folders that the GoPro made as it was recording content. Now, this is the first thing that I didn't like with the Lexar memory card reader, is that it's not very organized, and it can be kind of tricky to find some files. But we're just going to go in. Now here's some photos here. You can see I did a raw time lapse. There's the GPR files, and those are the JPEGs. So we could just pull one of them up. And you can see there, that's from a beach time lapse I did last week. And we can view it. We can also then transfer it by hitting this move button here. It's going to ask us where we want to put it. We're going to go to camera roll and done. So now if we bring up our photos, there's the file I just transferred. So that was nice and quick. And if you've got a lot of pictures, you can see how much easier that is. You can select them all. You could transfer 100 photos in, minutes without too much issue. Now we're back in the media manager here and reading the files off the Lexar media card. And here's the problem that I found with it, is that if you're like me and you do a lot of time lapses, especially in photo mode, is going to produce a lot of files. Hundreds, thousands of different photos. And if you've taken video in between and you've taken different still shots in between, they're all going to be mixed up in here. And when you try to find something, you have to go through a lot of different things. I find it takes a long time to build the thumbnails. You can see here, and it kind of freezes up as it does that. But here's a time lapse, and there's hundreds. Actually, I believe this time lapse had about 700-800 pictures. So I'm trying to find some video that I shot in between there, and it's just really hard. So that's something I'm not too happy with, the layout of this, and it can be a problem. But if we go back to the main screen, they did give us some tools to make it a little bit easier. For example, we can filter by video and photo. So we filtered it by video, so now if we click on one of the folders, it's just going to display the video. And we can open it up, we can preview it, and it's a little choppy during the preview, but it gives us a general idea of what the video was. Now, one thing I do want to point out here, which is very important, and it's something you really need to know before purchasing this Lexar, is if you film video in 2.7K or 4K, or high frame rates, this will not transfer them. It will transfer them. Actually, I'll show you here what it does. It just, your phone won't be able to play them back. So we can select up here. We're going to pick that video to transfer. We're going to move it to the camera roll. And it's going to prepare the file. And you can see it transferring there. So it moved it really quickly. And we go to our camera roll, there it is. But if we go to play it, it just doesn't work. And that's just due to the high frame rate and the high resolution that it was filmed in. Now, if you film at 1080 at 30 frames a second, then you're fine. You can transfer all your videos with no problem. So the Lexar is good for transferring photos, and it's good for transferring video shot in 1080, but that's about it. So just keep that in mind if you decide to go with the Lexar. So now we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to be using the GoPro Quik Key, and we're going to stick it into the lightning port at the bottom, same way. And right away, again, it's going to pop up asking us to allow the communication. We hit allow. And this time it's launching the GoPro app, and it's going to load all our media, all nice and easy. Now, the first thing that I noticed when I used it for the first time is I liked how well it was organized. It was easy to find all the files. And the biggest thing is that it organizes the time lapses into one little kind of file there. So you can see by the icon that's a time lapse, but instead of displaying all the images all over the place, it has them all in one, so it's not going to bury all the other stuff. So that's kind of nice because I do have a few time lapses on here. There's another one, and there's another one there. I would have a hard time finding anything on here if it was just displaying them all together. So that's kind of nice. That's one thing I did like with it. And it works the same way. We can preview the photos and videos. There's a photo I took using a macro lens, and we just hit this download button. And we can go to our camera roll, and there's the photo. So that's nice and quick and easy. So we can go back and we can preview videos similar to the Lexar one. And it plays a little bit smoother because it does compress it, but it will give you a more smoother experience when you're wanting to do a preview. Now, if you want to transfer a whole bunch of things at once, it's very simple. You can just hit that little check mark up at the corner, and you can select whatever files you want to transfer. Hit the download button right there, and it will transfer it to your camera roll. Similar to if you have the GoPro connected directly via Wi-Fi. Or we can do one video at a time. We can bring it up and just hit this download button here. Now, the nice thing about this is that it converts video on the fly the same way as if you connect your Hero directly to it. It will convert high-res videos down to something that is playable on a phone. So that's a nice feature, so you don't have to worry about transferring video and then it not working all of a sudden. So that's a really nice feature that I'm quite happy that they included. So yeah, that basically is the two keys, and it definitely does speed up the transfer process and makes things a lot easier when you're out and maybe don't have a lot of time or a lot of battery power to transfer the traditional way. I've used them both, and I would have to say if I had to make a choice or a recommendation, I would recommend the GoPro memory reader, the Quik Key, because it just works so much more flawlessly. It's better organized, and you know, it's a better user experience. Now, the Lexar does work. There's nothing wrong with it. It does have some limitations, but you know, it does have its uses. And I want to mention for both, it doesn't have to be just GoPro videos. If you have a drone, like say the DJI Phantom or the Spark, you can actually put the memory card in from the drone into either of these readers, and you can transfer via the Media Manager or Quik. I'll include all the links down below where you can purchase these and check them out further. Well, folks, that's it for this video. Hopefully, if you are thinking about getting a memory card reader for your iPhone or your Android device, this maybe cleared up a few things and kind of help make a decision on which one you like best. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. If rumors are correct, the Hero 6 should be out by the end of the month, and we'll have a ton of videos covering all the aspects of the Hero 6, the new features. We'll do a lot of comparisons of the Hero 5 and the Hero 6, so you don't want to miss any of that if it's something you're thinking about upgrading to. Don't forget to like this video. It helps me grow my channel. If you did find it useful, please hit that thumb up button, and thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.